my tour finished with the collection, I started to record my new album.
I remember last time you already released a new album. So in these 2 years, you have been touring and recording and.
Yeah, really busy. Yeah. But you know, the collection was the best of album. It wasn't the new, so we just selected the pieces which I recorded before. But this is my album with the new songs after quite a few years. The last one was a new Silk Road, which was quite a long time ago. So it was about time for the new album.
Yeah, and last time you just said that you really like hiking or you really want to go party side.
Yeah.
Last time, did you have been there?
Sorry,
Have you ever been there before?
where?
Ali Shan.
The tallest mountain in
The
Taiwan.
tallest mountain in Taiwan.
Ah, you ever
我
been?
们去别的嘛，
We are the one.
也
Yeah.
没有去，
Oh, okay.
我去了另外一个地方。
Because I really had that much time. I'm in the middle of the tour, so you know, and on the day of the show, I don't do anything. I just relax and
我
chill.
没有去垦丁，
Oh. So how have you been in Canton?
I remember Aunt's mom and dad took me there. There was a place in Antonio. Had
Ah, yeah,
like 3
really
days,
nice, yeah.
like beach and mountain.
Ah, yeah, it was amazing on the south. Yeah.
Yeah, remember, yeah.
Have you ever tried the vendor in Canton? Because in Taiwan we say only rich men go Canton and don't for the night market. Because it's really expensive in Canton.
Ah, really?
Yeah. So have
It's
you-
nice. It's a beautiful nature. Yeah, I remember we went biking with the
Yeah.
bikes and
Oh, you ride a bike. So do you have any goal to range in this time?
I don't have much time because we have a show tomorrow and then after tomorrow and then we have a flight at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh. So if you ever ask them, so give me just 1 day break.
I wish. I know last time we had a couple of days
Yeah.
this year, so you know I had a lot of time to spend and to sightseeing, and so I was lucky.
We just get more busy and busy.
yeah. These last 2 years are really busy.
Yeah，越来越忙了。其实
And how did you always keep your peak time in your whole life? Because you have already been so famous so much years and you already always up peak. So how would you keep it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm really lucky, you know, because you know it's even opening more and more. You know, I love to visit countries where I haven't been before. For me, that was always something which I look forward, you know, and yeah, still, you know, quite a few countries that in this tour I never visited before. So I love to explore, you know, new countries, new territories, and new friends.
According you say you want to explore a new country, but why did you come to Taiwan again and again?
Because I have so many fans here, and I obviously have a new album, so I love to present it to my long-time fans here.
So did you remember any events in Taiwan that really remind that you can unforgettable?
I mean, yes, the fans who were long-time fans.
3位的。
Do you have any memory with them? With them, memory.
Generally, that they're always, you know, very enthusiastic, you know, and they create an amazing atmosphere after the shows, and you know, for the artists, it's very rewarding when you have a great audience, you know, because then, you know, you feel that you're appreciated, and then you're accepted with your music and you as a performer.
刚刚我们这个讲到一个手指保险，然后他说他因为他是一个迷信的人，所以他不会帮他的手保险。我想要知道他在演出前有没有什么他自己的迷信小习惯？
Do you do anything suspicious before the concert, like praying or anything?
Superstitious, not
Yeah,
suspicious. Why would I say so? I don't know. I meditate, you know, and I tend to not to practice. You know, I practice in my mind. I practice my memory, which is for me much more. Sometimes more important, like memory. To practice memory, I visualize the concert. I visualize the venue. Yeah, very disciplined on the day. I need to rest after the lunch, light lunch. I don't do any exercise. I don't run in the morning. I don't. Very disciplined. This is something which I was taught from my college teacher as a pianist. You know, you need to feel celebrated on the day of the show. You know, you need to feel that it's a big day. You know, so you need to be very disciplined. I think a lot of us coming from classical world, classical music, we are like this, very disciplined.
所以在他的那个所谓的午餐里面，会不会比如说，那我今天就绝对不会吃这样东西，这样？
So, for example, today is your show day. Do you have a tradition that you don't eat something, such as meat?
Yeah, I don't eat spicy food. I don't eat heavy food. It needs to be lighter food for the lunch.
那有想要合作的台湾艺人家？
刚刚有说哎，没有哎，但我有发出邀请。
你吗？你本人吗？
没有，我只要做幕后工作就好。我没有，而且我已经弹钢琴了，不可能双钢琴。就是他没有，但是我没有发出邀请。舞者，对，舞者。She was asking the local artist who you wanted to collaborate with. So I was mentioning about dancer, not much about instrumental players. Yeah.
那他刚刚说，因为他的生活维持的非常的自律，
对
对，然后但是在他休息的那2个月里面，他会让自己抛下钢琴这些去做一些什么稍微放肆一点的行为。
So this is the question. Putting it that way is, some of the periods of the year that you completely on board and you spend time with family and all by yourself. You just want to know do you period of time.
I think when I was younger, I tend to crazy stuff. I did so many crazy things that now that I'm older, I don't have the need. Now I'm much more calmer. But I was very active, and I was super hyper dynamic. So I was traveling everywhere, even in my private time. I wanted to try a million things, and very much into sports and.
Yeah, to me, I'm an ordinary person. To high crazy is already one of the craziest things in my life. But 他去爬山就已经是件很可怕的事，对我来说，因为他的腿很长。
但是他刚说他在年轻的时候，他可能会尝试这些。他有跟我们训练，在他年轻的时候做过。
How crazy you are?
对我们来说很难想象。
We want to know when you were young, did you do anything crazy? Maybe like a bungee jump. I don't know. Like did you do?
I don't like heights.
You don't, yeah.
I don't know. Many things. I was a skater when I was a young child. I broke my left arm 3 times. 3 times. Yeah.
Oh, why? For skating or?
Once for skating and some other things. Because I was a very lively child.
So you are a sporty boy.
Yeah, lively and hyper. I was very hyper.
Okay, alright.
So if you don't like heights, so how about taking a flight? Do you?
Flight is different because I'm in one closed space. But anything which deals with like heights, where I'm like really close to I'm not comfortable with fear of heights.
所以他不能去台北101。
So you did Taipei 101, right?
You know that I was playing for the opening of Taipei 101.
Yeah.
I was there for the opening and my song was the.
What do you think about the heights?
Again, if it's close, I'm fine.
Okay.
I told Howard.
So you will not try to look down.
Yeah, from the distance maybe, but not from the edge.
So last time you have tried Xiaolongbao, I remember. So do you want to try it also this time? Because you don't have time, but you need to eat, right? You need to have lunch and dinner.
Yeah,
I can buy you some.
yeah.
Can
The
have it.
hotel. So.
Yeah, we can have it.
Oh, so you can only just stay in hotel, even you cannot go
Well,
out.
maybe today we'll probably maybe some go, but tomorrow the day of the show, I don't know.
No, that's yes.
Do you have any, like, before the show, you will not eat or you will not drink water?
Yeah, as I said, like I don't like the heavy foods. I don't eat that spicy foods because it's not on the day of the show. Maybe a little bit more carbohydrates for the energy.
那你说他是流行乐跟摇滚乐也是有在练习，可以分享他自己。
Yeah, so we discussed that you do listen to 80% classical music, but 20% rock and pop. So she's just wondering, can you share maybe 1 or 2 names that you think is something you can look at? Like recently you are listening to rock, pop, anything.
I don't know. I mean, generally like pop artists, which everyone listens to, Beyonce or I don't know.
Beyonce.
Like something which was here on the radio, which is like super popular, like something. It's not like I would buy an album or go to the concert.
No. yes. It's general listen.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was in the techno electronic music for most of my life. Besides classical, I used to go to raves and techno parties.
Yeah.
It was so different than many classical pianists, musicians listen. So it was such an extreme, to listen to electronic music. which doesn't have that much melody, and then in the same time playing classical music, which is full of melody.
我也是个人很喜欢就是电子音乐啊，有很重的那个节奏在里面。他觉得大部分的古典音乐家应该不会听这种音乐，但他还是喜欢比较多元化啊。
That's why my even my crossover music which I do, it's different from the times when I started. Like for example, like piano player, my couple of first album, Electric, it basically was classical music fused with electronic music, like quite upbeat, productions, and it was like really dancey.
Yeah.
And now, it's going more towards like a full orchestral sound with not many beats. Everything which we do in beats, it's quite organic. So it's produced with the real instruments, natural instruments. So we don't use that much sampling anymore. I think this is the type of direction of crossover which I like to go even further.
Yeah, great points. 他刚开始做20年前的时候，他有很多的电子元素在里面，然后有很多的节奏。可是麦克森先生他现在比较回归他原来的初衷，就是跨界音乐。他用了很多的弦乐的编排，然后让真的乐手去把他想要的音乐里面诠释出来，而不是只是用一些电子的制作。相对的，其实这成本也会比较高，因为你要排练，你要编排，你要编曲，你要写这些东西。可是我觉得他是想要把音乐最美的一面呈现给他的乐迷。
我想问一下，就是现在很多人会学琴，或者是家长会要小朋友学习，但学习的过程是一件比较辛苦的事情。那如何勉励他们就是坚持下去
？Practice is boring for children and piano students. What is your motivation motto you can pass to them to motivate them to practice?
I think when I was younger, I really didn't like practicing like 80% of musicians, but these days I really enjoy, I actually enjoy practicing because, I have this quest for perfectionism, which is really difficult in classical music, but I always strive to, to give the best performances to my audiences. I think for me as a musician, that's my role, and that should be something which I'm responsible for my fans. I always feel that I need to give the best possible interpretation for the fans and for the people, audiences who came to my show. That's why I tend to practice a lot. I feel obliged.
他是有分享，他小时候其实也不是很喜欢练琴，可是他现在很热爱练琴的原因，是因为他觉得自己身上有责任。他有责任好好练琴，然后对自己有这个责任在那边，他把最好的一面留给他的粉丝朋友们，所以他一直有在练琴。那至于小朋友的话，之前其实麦克森先生有分享过，他其实不喜欢去强迫小朋友练琴。他之前有分享过说，如果他不想练，那就不要练。就是他比较崇尚的是那种你喜欢你去练，那不喜欢那你就不要学，因为有很多其他的选择。还有吗？OK。
Thank you guys.
Thank you.